My name is Lawson Hunsicker, and I am in Communications 101. And this is late, and I don't have an audience, and I'm more stressed about it being late than getting an audience, I guess. I've been at Cleveland Clinic all week with a friend, and life isn't working out this week, but it's fine. It worked out fine, and this just is what it is. So that's what is. So this is my speech to me. So I will start with that. Okay. Hi, my name is Lawson Hunsicker, and I'm in Communications 101. Most of us grow up knowing the rhyme, Mary Had a Little Lamb. And one of the ways that it's interesting to hear that fresh is at the Library of Congress website, where you can hear Thomas Edison's first recording on his phonograph, which was of Mary Had a Little Lamb, the very first recorded message. And we have those sheep. We have 500 mentions of sheep and lambs in the Bible. Every major tradition discusses shepherds and sheep as the people of God, and with many famous shepherds. David, Abraham, Moses, Muhammad was a shepherd, and because of that wide acknowledgement of sheep and shepherds, I wanted to talk about the characteristics of sheep and the dangers they face and the care the shepherd has to give them. I've been interested in that relationship for a long time, and I've read a lot of books and articles and trade magazines about it. So let's talk about what sheep are like. And I have my sheep here that I will use to demonstrate as we go along. And one of the experts on sheep in this nation is Susan Shanian, and she is the University of Maryland Research and Education Director, and she does FFA teaching and 4-H teaching for the students who take care of sheep as their project. So she tells us what the characteristics are of sheep. One of them is that they have excellent memories. They know faces and they remember faces. They know voices and remember them. They remember who their handlers are, and they remember who their abusers are. Personality-wise, they're very skittish and untrusting. The only defense mechanism they have is their fear, and they will learn over time with gentle and quiet handling to trust the handler and to calm down. They tend to overgraze their land. They will stay in a place and eat it all the way through the roots so that it won't come back, and they don't have enough sense to know when to stop eating if the food is particularly good. So their shepherd has to move them from place to place. They'll shelter from the heat but not from rain. If their wool has to be sheared, or it can actually become a danger to them, and they're prone to wander with no direction. They don't have a sense of direction. Along that vein, there is a common story that people tell about, and you see a picture sometimes of shepherds carrying the sheep around their necks, and the story is that the sheep has been wandering and the shepherd has broken their leg so that they learn not to wander, and he carries them until their leg heals, and then they stay with him instead of wandering. That is a lesson story, but it is completely inaccurate. No shepherd would ever do that. It would hinder their ability to protect the rest of their crop, and it would harm a member of their flock, and they do not do that. It is a fable-type story. What are the dangers, though, that the sheep face? They have predators, coyotes, lions and bears, and vultures that circle overhead. Who are their protectors? Their protectors are their herding dogs, and actually llamas and donkeys are very good protectors of sheep. They're territorial, and they will fight if a predator comes to the flock. But their biggest protector is, of course, the shepherd. The shepherd provides them with food and with shelter every day, searches their bodies and through their wools for wounds that need treating with oils, and he watches them. He has to watch them all the time. One of the things that happens with sheep, it's an old English term, to be cast. We use it in our language to say we're downcast, to express sadness or discouragement, but it is actually a shepherding term. A sheep, a healthy sheep in particular, has a broad, flat back. The healthier and fatter it is, the broader and flatter the back. And they like to lie in hollows in the ground and snuggle in there and stretch their legs and rest in those hollows. If, in stretching their legs, and if their wool is too heavy and hasn't been shorn properly, it can shift their gravity so that they end up on those broad, flat backs. And that is a cast-down sheep. A cast-down sheep is in mortal danger. A cast-down sheep will die. They panic in this position, struggle and kick with their legs, and try to get back over. A cast-down sheep cannot right itself, although it will continue to try. Their ruminant system, which is basically their stomach and chewing digestive system area, builds up in gases, and the gases expand and expand until it cuts off the circulation to their legs. And if it is hot, if it is a very hot day, then the heat will kill them in a few hours. If it is a cold or rainy day, they may last as many as a few days. The shepherd has to look for and find these sheep. If a shepherd has 100 sheep in his flock and he counts 99, then he goes to look for the cast-down sheep because he knows there is a time limit and there is danger. The shepherd is not the only one who looks for the cast-down sheep. Predators know that the sheep are weak and defenseless and in mortal danger. Vultures will fly over and the sheep will panic more and more. What happens when the sheep is found, then the shepherd will lift the sheep up bodily and hold him up close to his chest, with his straddling the sheep and hugging on to its belly to hold it upright, and rub each leg individually until the circulation comes back and the sheep is able to rejoin the flock if it returns to help. So I hope this gives you a different perspective on the relationship between sheep and shepherds, now that you know their characteristics and what their dangers are and what care needs to be taken with them. They are very individual. They have distinctive personalities and markings. They are in danger every day, and the shepherd has to watch every day. So the next time you hear Mary Has a Little Lamb, or the 23rd Psalm, or any other of the sheep stories, that you'll remember more and understand more about the relationship with the shepherd and the sheep. They love each other, and it is a love story. Thank you for coming.